Драги македонци и наши пријатели, се наоѓаме на 78-миот поред Македонски Отворен Голф Турнир со досегашниот председател на Канадско-македонскиот дом Джордж Марку и член на управата при домот Алекс Мишов. Welcome to our show.
Thank you, Bill. Thanks for having me.
We'll start with George. George, you were president until recently, and tell us about your views and how did you feel about some of the accomplishments during the years that you've been president of Canadian Macedonian Place.
Well, thank you, Bill, for having us once again. We haven't been here for a couple of years, obviously. However, with respect to Canadian Macedonian Place, we've had a tough few years, as you know, with the pandemic and with COVID. However, very, very pleased and happy to report that we sustained quite well. We only had a couple of incidents of COVID, and together with the board and the management team, with Zlatka and her team and our entire board, we put together a series of different protocols throughout the last couple of years. And it was tough for the residents, tough for all of us. But at the end of the day, what was important was that we maintained the health and the safety of everyone. And we're starting to get out of the pandemic, as you know, and things are starting to get back to normal. So we're quite pleased with what transpired throughout some tough times.
I want to congratulate you and the board on doing a terrific job. And thank you for the support of our show, the Macedonian Heritage Hour.
Very pleased. I mean, you've been a very, very instrumental for not only this tournament, but for Canadian Macedonian Place as a whole.
Сега зборуваме со Алекс Мишов. Алекс, врни денеска. Господ дали е македонец ова година? Затоа што секоја година велиме, Господ е македонец кога има сонце.
That's okay. That's okay. Once in a while, a rain, once in a while is good for the grass, good for the course. So I just want to say, Bill, George, Zlatka, and Dr. Stefanovic did a phenomenal job during COVID. And, we just can't thank him enough for all the hard work. He lived this thing night and day for the past 2 years. So great job, buddy.
Thank you.
This year's tournament, from what I understand, a sellout, 300 golfers.
302. The sellout is 288. And somehow we were so enthusiastic about taking names that we actually took more than we should have. But we've slipped everybody in, so we're going to play 302 golfers today.
Од кој село беше ти за нашите гледачи уште еднаш да знаат?
Јас кад си од село Еременско.
Селото на Стивен Стамкос?
Селото на Джордж Марку и Стивен Стамкос.
And Giorgio от село Арменско. Do you have a message for the Macedonian community at the end of today's interview?
Well, I always am encouraging all of you to come out and participate. Thank you so much for the support for those of you that do attend. And those that haven't attended, you're really missing out. The camaraderie, all the Macedonians come here and get together, and we have a little bit of a lunch and then a dinner and the award ceremony. It's just a fantastic day. So if you haven't come out, please come out.
We're talking 2023.
Yes, we are.
George?
Bill, not much more to say than what Alex said. It's Canadian Macedonian Place has become a cornerstone to the entire Macedonian diaspora globally, and it is a fundraiser that is our largest fundraiser. And as Alex had mentioned, strongly encourage people to attend, especially our youth. I strongly encourage our youth to attend, not only from the fundraising perspective, but also for getting to know people. It's just a wonderful event. It's our 78th annual, as you'd mentioned, and we'll keep it going for many more years to come.
Thank you so much, both of you. And in 2 years, it'll be 80 years. Let's not forget that one.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you so much.
It's a great honor once again to speak with Robert Petrov, who is a fixture at every Macedonian Open Golf Tournament. Welcome once again to the Macedonian Heritage Hour.
Thank you very much, Bill. I'm glad to be here.
Now, your father was one of the co-founders, but he's the one who kept it going for many, many years.
Yes.
Van Petrov.
Yes, my father Van continued the tournament after some of the co-founders dropped out and were, passed on. And he continued to support the tournament, made sure that it was held every year, and also funded the tournament as well as getting sponsors for the tournament.
He was a great supporter of the Macedonian community at large.
Yes, he was. He certainly helped build the St. Clement's Orthodox Church on Overley Boulevard, and
In Toronto.
yes, in Toronto, and he was very active with Canadian Macedonian Place.
And he was from the great city of Bitola.
Yes, he was. He was a proud Bitolchanets, and he always made a point of mentioning that he was from that selo at the time.
Now it's a big city.
Yeah, I believe it is one of the bigger cities. So,
What brings you here every year to the Macedonian Open Golf Tournament?
well, I feel that I need to support a cause that my father was supporting at the time. When he passed, I sort of picked up the baton and felt that it was necessary to support the cause and contribute to Canadian Macedonian Place as much as I could.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bill.
It's a great honor to speak with the new president of Canadian Macedonian Place, Peter Simeon. Congratulations.
Thank you. An honor to take on the role.
What motivates you to want to become involved in Canadian Macedonian Place and the Macedonian community?
I just like giving back to the community. My parents were very proud Macedonians, and they just want, I was instilled that culture in us, and we just want to give back.
That's great. And what villages are your parents from?
Yeah, my dad's from Svetopetka, my mom's from Negochani.
And both are in Ledinsko.
Yeah, they're just north of Laring, literally on the border with the Republic.
Very nice. And do you play golf?
I do.
And how do you think you're going to do today with a little bit of rain?
It'll make it a lot tougher with the rain, and I'm not a great golfer to begin with, but it'll be a fun day.
COVID has been very challenging for all of us, including Canadian Macedonian Place. And we talked with George Marcoux and Alex Mishov about the challenges with Canadian Macedonian Place, but they did a terrific job.
Yeah, I'm really proud of George and Dr. Stevanovic and the whole board for coming together. We had one of the lowest COVID rates, I think, of all the old age homes. Really testament to the hard work they put in, and it's great for our seniors.
What are some of your priorities for your upcoming years as president?
So I think we want to keep the fundraising going. We want to finish the renovations. We've got a parking lot that we want to redo, and then just think of other ways to keep giving back to the community.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a lawyer. I'm a corporate lawyer.
Do you have a message for the Macedonians on this great day, the 78th annual Macedonian Open Golf Tournament?
Well, for everyone coming, I just want to say, thank you to all the people watching. Why aren't you here? Maybe next year you should come by. It's a great event, good golf, and even if you don't golf, the dinner is phenomenal as well.
How do you think you're going to golf today?
I'll do okay.
What's the best you've ever done?
I'll maybe get to a 90, 91, but I'm not breaking like 80, that's for sure.
Anyway, we hope it doesn't really matter what your score is. The fact is you're the new president, and we're all very proud of you.
Thank you.
We're speaking with Stan Thomas. Every year he's one of the great supporters of the Macedonian Open Golf Tournament. Stan, welcome once again to the Macedonian Heritage Hour.
Thank you, Bill. Thanks for having me.
Now, Stan, we've never touched upon this very much, but you are from Windsor, Ontario, and there's a large Macedonian community there. Did you feel proud of your roots at that time when you were growing up?
Oh, 100%.
And across the river in Detroit, too?
Lots of Macedonians over in Detroit. At that time, the only Macedonian church was actually in Detroit, and that's where I was baptized.
And now there's one in Windsor, Sveti Nikola, which is great. Stan, COVID was a very tough time, and especially for many communities, including our community. And I just want to commend you, the board, for doing a terrific job with the home during the COVID time.
Yeah, first priority was to keep our residents safe and our staff safe, and I think it was tough. It was very tough for everyone, but thankfully we survived it, and everyone's well.
Great. Now, this year is the 78th annual Macedonian Open Golf Tournament. Tell us about the preparations for this year's tournament.
Well, first of all, it should be the 80th, but
That's true. Good point.
we missed 2 years, so we have a lot to make up for. It was kind of a last minute with Station Creek. They've been very supportive, but of course they had their own protocols. So we didn't learn until early May, I guess it was, that, hey, we can do the tournament and have the dinner the way we want with everyone. So the support's been fantastic. We weren't sure how many people would come, but I think we're going to have about 300 people. So it's outstanding. And the sponsors have come through. Absolutely fabulous, everyone.
Canadian Macedonian Place is really a centerpiece in our community for, as far as helping our seniors and the Macedonian community at large.
Absolutely, 100%, and they continue to need the support. I think we have I would call it a more vibrant senior group there than we've had in the past. When we initially started, the definition of senior was ancient, let's call it, right? And now I think we've got some active people there and building a lifestyle for them that they can engage with other people, socialize, have activities, go out shopping, go here, go there. It's just wonderful to be able to provide that at a very, very reasonable cost for these people.
And Peter Simeon has been named the new president.
Yeah, a new president. George Marcou's very happy.
He did a great job, and I'm sure Peter will do the same.
George was fantastic, and he's on our golf committee and helped us very much with the golf tournament itself. And we look forward to Peter's leadership.
Now, with a little bit of rain today, is Gospod still a Makedonec?
I guess he is. I mean, we were wondering. I mean, the only people I want to be wrong all the time are the weather forecasters, right? And it was looking pretty bad over the past couple of days, but it seems like it's going to clear up and we should be okay. I don't think the balls will go as far on the fairway, but it should be okay.
Well, Stan Thomas from the village of Armensko, heritage-wise, we thank you so much once again.
Thank you very much, Bill.
It is a tradition every year that we film the Macedonian Open Golf Tournament to film a very special lady, Tina Argiro. Tina, it's great to see you again.
It's wonderful to see you, and it's wonderful being here. По-наши си говоря сега. Целият народ што го види тука, не го имам видено има 3-4 години. Цели семенаме по тронде, ама още наши сне. Цели сме македонци.
Ти не се менваш никогаш.
Не, но
Македонка си.
Македонка се роди и Македонка ќе умра. You must be the same thing. Macedonets и Macedendens.
Tell me how you love being at the Macedonian Golf Tournament.
Oh, I love it. You don't know how much we wait for it. Every year, even though it was COVID, we couldn't do it for 2-3 years, but we always mention it and we always talk with my husband. He says, жено, се береме тамо, се видваме со цели, види се сега со ова болеста, никој не можеме да видиме. И нашите луѓе, наши луѓе се, цели се македонци.
Tina, ti si od Statica, Kostursko, i soprugo tvoj Angelo, koji isto tako je mnogo aktiven vo makedonskата zajednica долги години. Od koje selo je?
Од Ошчима.
Do you have a message at the end of today's interview for the Macedonian community?
First of all, I want to thank you за теку време што си и оште што изваваш, што гредиш.
32 years this year, in September.
Oh, and I hope for you to be around a long time. Past when I'm gone, I still want you to be here.
We want you to be around a long time as well.
Знаеш, 84 years old ке стора са мной. Chicken.
Your energy, Tina, is not 84 years old. Your energy is 24 years old. Да си жива и здрава.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bill. And thank you, Bill, for you being here every year што гредиш, and you always stood за Macedonian people. Што да нема thank you is not enough. Сполај ти премногу, да ми си жив, да ми си здрав. Господ да ти дај здравје the most.
И тебе ти благодарам, сполај ти многу исто. Thank you so much. Ние голема чест да разговараме со управниот директор при Канадско-македонскиот дом, Златка Чокова. Златка, 78-миот поред Македонски отворен голф турнир. Најстариот етнички голф турнир во Канада.
Точно. 78-миот, како што рече, со години веќе во домот го правиме. Јас сум над 30 години во Македонскиот дом. И
Ние со телевизијата 32 години во септември.
Точно. И турнирот го правиме околу 30 години веќе. Значи 78-миот е овој, после 2 години пауза со COVID. Имавме огромен
Огромен интерес ова година.
за огромен интерес за турнирот, значи за жал не можевме сите да ги регистрираме. Денеска имаме 302 голфери.
Неверојатно.
Точно. Да, требаше да застанеме на 288 луѓе продолжија да се регистрираат, така да 302 е максимум што го зедовме. Има некои 10-15 луѓе кои се јавуваат денеска пак да прашаат дали има некој cancellation. Времето беше малце непредвидливо, меѓутоа еве како што велат на голф курсот никогаш не врни, значи заврна малце, меѓутоа се Господ е македонец и
Рековме со другите луѓе дека ова година може Господ не е македонец, меѓутоа на крај излезе дека е македонец.
Ја. Македонец е сигурно затоа што времето ни го дозволи за да играме, значи 302 луѓе ќе голфат, ќе имаат фан денеска и после тоа ќе дојдеме овдека ќе се дружат. После 2 години пауза, ми се чини сите сака да одат на некој евент и да се социализираат со луѓе.
Многу убаво. Многу подготовки за овој ден.
Точно. Подготовките почнуваат од почетокот на годината. Значи од јануар голф комити работи, прави, не бевме сигурни како ќе биде повикот на луѓето, интересот како ќе биде, меѓутоа интересот беше огромен и сега ќе треба за до година да планираме нешто уште поголемо.
Канадско-македонскиот дом има нов председател, Питер Симеон.
Точно. Питер Симеон е нов председател, како председател, меѓутоа тој е активен директор и на борд беше веќе 6 години и работиме со него секојдневно. И сега оваа година беше од Џорџ Марков, нашиот председател, кој работевме многу и многу тешко за време COVID. Предаде председателството на Питер Симеон и Питер Симеон е, како што реков, беше на борд 6 години, тој знае се, е фамилиар со све и ќе продолжи да работи како што треба.
Златка Чокова, уште еднаш сме многу благодарни што ве имаме во Канадско-македонскиот дом како управен директор. Благодарам.
Благодарам, my pleasure.